So remember what I was telling before about developers and assemblers. Now, there is one thing that is important to learn is that developers will from scratch, right? So when a developer goes in front of of a screen, they need to start creating each little bit step by step. So for example, in our case, as you're gonna be able to see in just a second, uh, the front end, so for example, the buttons, the fields, everything is pre-made for you, right? So that's why it's looking more like building a slides than building code, right? Because you're using pre-made parts of an app to create your own. In the case of a developer, you need to create it from the ground. So actually, there is something interesting that have, or an interesting conversation that I have had. People saying, "Oh, so developers are not going to be needed in the future," and I mean that's a complete lie because first of all, the reason why we have no code is because developers have already done the pre-made parts, right? And second of all, there is something very important here, and is that developers are even using no code. Not just people like us who have no tech background, but even developers are using them. Why? Because it's facilitating and streamlining their process. So they use no code tools to build 90% of the app, so they can focus on that 10% that is completely different. Maybe in artificial intelligence, maybe machine learning, maybe they want to add virtual reality, right? So they build like the basis of the app with using no code tools, and then they add code after that. So actually, it's making it easier for developers to build everything that we're seeing today. So it's not just for us; it's for anyone to use them. It's becoming a necessary skill for every professional. It's a way not just about you being able to create an app, but it's gonna teach you a little bit about how to speak to a developer, right? Because it's gonna help you understand how an app works in behind. So it's gonna be a lot easier for you after learning no code to interact with developers or people in the tech world, right? So it's gonna be a very interesting and necessary skill for everyone to have. These web pages were created entirely with no code, right? So this is one that is, for example, for people to post, to put job post on content writing, right? So these are all writers that can write marketing, can write a book, or can write anything you want. So they're sharing their services here, and then people can go into the profile and apply for them, right? So as you can see, for example, in this case, one person was just concerned that he was not getting any jobs. He was going to all these websites that were offering job for a writer, but none of them were interesting. So he decided to create his own. He did it in just one day, and actually, right now, is getting revenue from it because when jobs are posted, people need to, let's say, pay to post that job, and this person is getting around £5,000 a month of revenue just with this that this person created in no code, right? So I was telling you before that there is like a million options of no code software. So you can see it here. Here is divided in categories. So there is even blockchain if you want, calculators, charts, chatbots. All of this is things that you can add to your no code, to your app using these no code tools, right? So these are just like a list or an inventory of it. And obviously the list needed to be built with no code software, right?